Okay, so we're going to talk today about Brennans Beach. This was not our first time at Brennans Beach RV Resort. This is probably our third or fourth time. So we're going to give it a review and let you know kind of honest opinion, what we thought about the place. And we're going to start off with accessibility. So for accessibility, we marked this a 9 out of 10. Super convenient, especially for us because we are in Syracuse and it's only about 40-minute drive away. Regardless of where you're coming from, it is literally straight up the 81 North. Most places have access to the 81 North around here, so really quick and easy to get to. Once you're actually in the campground as well, tons of space. The roads are nice for you to be able to get into your sites, and quite a lot of the sites were actually pull through, especially in the area where we were. So we scored that a 9 out of 10. Next is scenery and upkeep. So for scenery at Brennans Beach, you're right on the edge of Lake Ontario, so it is stunning. Pretty much every evening you get these kick-ass views over the lake with the sun setting. It's like something out of a Bob Ross painting. So absolutely gorgeous. Could not believe how beautiful the sunsets were there. The upkeep is pretty good as well. So most of the bathrooms were kept pretty well. And also the roads and the sites seem to be taken care of pretty well. What I like about Brennans Beach is you really do have three areas. So there are two spots where the weekenders and the week bookings go. One of them is kind of shaded and wooded and closer to where the beach access is, and the other one is closer to the rec hall, and that one is more open, more flat, and so if you're in big groups, then that area is the better area to go for. We actually had a whole row pretty much to ourselves, and there were some trees there, not as many trees as in the other area. And then the third area is the seasonal, of which that is about probably 75% of this park. It really is like a mini community. So I definitely recommend one day just going and walking around the place. I mean, it's amazing. Some of these campers, or quote campers, have been added onto and become these like little tiny homes with decks, and it's awesome. So for scenery and upkeep, we actually scored this one a 9 as well. Okay, next one is atmosphere, staff, and the area in general. Well, I gotta be really honest, part of the reason I love going to Brennans Beach is it's a party park. She says that she's drinking. So Brennans Beach really is the party place. It's still really good for kids as well. That's what I like about it, is it's very much party carnival atmosphere. They have a lot of live bands there. They have craft activities for the kids. They have theme weekends. They have, tons of sports. You can't even get over how many different types of sports you can do there. The atmosphere with the staff, right from the minute we walked in the door, it was actually Christmas in July when we went there, and there were Christmas trees in the office and it was all decorated. People had Christmas sweaters on. It was super sweet. So we went, all in on this. We brought everything from our basement that was all Christmas related, and we completely decked the place out. And we took a drive round, and what was really funny is some of the seasonal ones had really gone all out, the big inflatable decorations. One guy had a big Christmas tree outside, and instead of the little baubles for decorations, he put like cans of beer on it, and then the presents under the tree were the empty boxes of beer. So it was really funny. But it's always a really good atmosphere there. You pretty much can drink wherever you want to. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But there are people there that will also monitor you if you're getting out of hand. So, there is security there that kind of makes sure people aren't getting too out of hand. But we love it because all the kids just get along and they have fun with the activities and they love the bands and everything. So for atmosphere, we also scored that one a 9. Okay, next is comfort and amenities. So there is, if you need to get food and drinks and stuff, there is actually a pretty well stocked camp shop there. And there is also a pizza shop on site in the rec hall, and on weekends they actually deliver pizza directly to your site, which is kind of sweet. But if you need something with a bit more variety, then there is a Tops supermarket just down the road in Pulaski. I won't go into that anymore, but security may have followed me around that store a bit. I had been day drinking before I went there. So there is a huge Tops supermarket. There is an Ace hardware store as well in Pulaski. So all about, 10 minutes away from the campground. The toilets in the main area there as well, for amenities. The toilets in the main area were really clean. They were well stocked. Not many stalls, but really clean, well stocked. The showers in the camp area, so where we were in the more open bit for the weekenders, there was one shower had really great water pressure, and then the other two showers had really water pressure. But you can change the temperature. A lot of campgrounds you can't, so I liked that. They weren't the cleanest, but they were certainly functional and plenty of space. They did also have handicap access showers in there as well. With the showers as well around the back, there were actually family shower rooms. They were fairly tight with two kids, but it was nice if you just wanted a private room to yourself. There was about 4 or 5 of these, and it was basically you open the door and it's a big wet room. So those as well are available, not in the women's or the gents, but around the back you have these kind of secret rooms there. So definitely check those out. But we scored for comfort and amenities. We scored an 8, and the only reason I kind of scored it down, I went to so many bathrooms here and I didn't see any baby changing facilities, so I'm not quite sure where the baby changing facilities are. Kid friendly, I don't know what else to say apart from I scored it a 10 out of 10. Brennans Beach has so much to do for the kids. They have a schedule that they post on Monday, and it has the whole week's activities. You can plan through your day exactly what you want to do. They have flea markets come in. They have painting with a twist come in. They have bands, like I said. They do all kinds of craft activities for the kids. There is a rec hall that has like Dave and Buster style games, or more Chuck E. Cheese style games, where you get the tickets and you can redeem them. They have a basketball court, they have a volleyball court, they have not 1, not 2, but 3 swimming pools. One of them is 1 foot deep, one of them is 3 foot deep, and then the next one starts at 3 foot deep and goes to 5 foot deep. So like, this is insane how many pools there are for the kids. You have the lake. If you don't want to swim in the pool, go swim in the lake. It's a lifeguarded area. They do still have a beach after the whole debacle of Lake Ontario destroying our shore on Lake Ontario. They do still have a beach there. It is lifeguarded. It's a nice shallow walk-ins, no sudden drop off. So you've got that as well. And then you've got just the general atmosphere of the park, in that it is really kind of a party ambience. And then you have the playground. The playground has play toys for all ages. I did take some videos as I was walking around. So you have like your little Tykes style stuff, and then you have a kind of a bigger climbing frame area, and then you have the ginormous climbing frame area. So there's tons to do. Biking was great for the kids because it's pretty much all flat. My kids could bike to the beach and back, and it was just, it was perfect. The kids wanted for nothing. It was so good for them. So 10 out of 10. Okay, next is cost. So for us, we did 4 nights, 5 days. It was $284, including taxes and fees and all that. So it worked out about $71 a night, and that was full hookup. So we've got our water, electricity, sewer. So I thought that was very reasonable. The sites were quite large. It was nice. We had some established trees for shade. The one downside I would say is that the sites, the fire rings are ridiculously small. It's like the inside ring of a washing machine. It's like that size. It was ridiculously small. And I'm talking one of those compact washing machines, not the ones that you can kind of get in yourself. So those were, you know, that was a bit annoying. I've been to some state parks that are cheaper and have had better firings, but hey, it's fine. We still had a lot of fun. We improvised. We stacked all our wood in it vertically. So it was very reasonable for what you get with all the kids' activities, the 3 swimming pools, the lake. It was very reasonable. $71 a night. So we gave that a 9. Okay, bonus points. I am going to award a bonus point to Brennans Beach RV because they have late checkout. You can check out at like 3 p.m, which is amazeballs. I hate having to get up on the last day because for some reason I tend to drink the most the night before I leave. And so having that 3 p.m. checkout was awesome. And that was when we were checking out during the week. Not sure if it's the same on the weekends, but during the week, check out 3 p.m. That is amazing. Another bonus point was this place had been really badly flooded. It had been severely impacted by the flooding from Lake Ontario. You can see where some whole rows of the tiny homes have gone. Basically, they've been washed away. But they have built the infrastructure back up so that people could still use it and still get to the beach. They piled sandbags where the road got washed away, piled sandbags on it and piled gravel on top of that so people could still get access to the beach. And they've actually done it in a really good job. I mean, you can get your trucks down there still. We biked across it. It was a bit special biking across it, but you can still drive across it, bike across it, and they did all that so that people could still enjoy all of the facilities. So I had to give it a bonus point. So basically we've ended up 55 out of 60. That is pretty good. I think that is our highest scoring one so far. So we will see. We've got a contender coming up next week, Moose Hillock in Lake George. That's gonna be tough to beat, but this is a really good recommendation if you're traveling with large groups and lots of kids.